The weed is not that way.
You gotta wonder how much superheroes with, the ones with the actual powers get out of weed.
I'd imagine they don't feel much, maybe a tingle.
Like, I know that's one of the reasons that, like, Wolverine and Deadpool can drink a ton. Also why Deadpool can do shit tons of cocaine.
I finally got to see those movies.
We marathoned them this week. It was great.
Yep. I think I like the second one the best.
Most people do, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. The third one though,
Yeah.
has my new favorite scene in all of the MCU.
Yeah.
The death of Nice Pool?
The oneer.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter? How's my favorite Hunter? Still can't believe all these changes happening with Eddie. The Venom symbiote. Not sure if you know this, but I used to wear that thing.
Looking at you right now, buddy.
Oh.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure that fire would have really cooked the old spider keister.
I just
Having
can't
that
believe
creature
it.
inside of your head must have been difficult.
You would think so, but to
Your
be honest,
head's right now.
I didn't even know the suit was alive until the end. It's more like I felt urges, impulses.
This is true. He actually, like, when he got the costume on Battle World, he got it from a machine that he thought was a costume maker, and he thought it was just like bizarre alien technology. In fact, it wasn't. They hadn't determined it was alive in actually out of a universe until they were like, yeah, we need to get rid of this thing. Let's make it living and evil.
Real feelings I ever sensed from that thing? Fear. As soon as I tried to pull it off for good, it was pure terror at the thought of being alone. That doesn't sound like a monster to me.
I
A
had
little
not
monster.
thought about it that way.
Why it chose to bond with a shifty reporter from the metro section after that is beyond me.
I still
Because
cannot
both
imagine
it
you
and
wearing the
and the
symbiote.
reporter were very angry
Design
at
was a bit more
Spider-Man
classic than
specifically.
Eddie's or your mother's. All things aside, I look pretty cool in that thing. Been thinking about bringing it back. The design, not the cannibalistic alien symbiote.
No.
Eh,
Really?
MJ actually hates the design of the black costume because,
Venom terrorized her.
yeah, when the first thing Venom did when Venom came on the scene was to break into their apartment and scare the shit out of her. And after that, she was like, you need to burn every... You have to burn every single black costume. And there was actually, like, a divide in the Spider-Man writing staff about, like, who liked the black costume and who didn't. Because, Black Cat actually... Because she did like the black costumes
I
design.
can't imagine why.
She gifted him, like, 10 cloth ones after he got rid of the living one. And so depending on who was writing, he'd be either in the red and blue or the black. And then eventually, when they introduced Venom, it was partly an excuse to bring in a new awesome villain, because early Venom was amazing. And partly an excuse to be like, guess what, guys? You're not using the fucking black costume anymore!
And the first bit of blue costume Spider-Man used after the separation was store-bought that MJ picked up, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're correct, and it didn't fit right.
I bought more that story, The Birth of a Monster, I believe it was called. There's a small thing that I probably gave away to a charity shop at some point.
Also, by finally making enough light choices, if you see how it says light 150 out of 200 in the upper right, we unlocked a new ability that will randomly pop into our hands from time to time. And we can generate what is called symbiote bind. And you can only have one of those at a time, and if it actually pops up in combat, we'll talk more about it.
Okay. I like how even our weapons are, like, all symbiote-y.
There's no way to make that costume look good, is there?
No. It doesn't come with alternate colors yet, I don't think.
Make it bright pink.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
one of-
bright pink would not actually be terrible with all that black tendrils on it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of the separation anxiety symbiotes was bright pink. I couldn't tell you which one because all of them except for like Scream were
About as memorable as most of the colorful Lantern Corps.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. You get it.
I mean, the colorful Lantern Corps had like 5 characters out of I don't know how many that people remember, and one of them was the cat, you know?
Yeah.
And so it gave us a hangout here.
Yeah, you got a few choices.
So I'm guessing out of the 4, I mean, Roboman is definitely not going to be our choice.
I'd say he's at the bottom of the list.
Yeah. I don't think Carol over there is very high on her list. I don't think Nico's very high on her list either.
Oh,
It's an honor watching you on the battlefield.
So it has been a bit, but I'm pretty sure she's more of a fan of hanging out by the pool rather than the other 2.
understandable. It's outside.
I seem to recall her doing that several times in the comics.
In her god-awful swimming costume.
Yeah, hers isn't that terrible.
Do you know what
Hey, look, we're
claustrophobia is?
twinsies.
Does that have to do with the magical man who gives children gifts?
Classic.
No, that's Santa Claus. I'm talking
Never
about
mind,
a
the
phobia.
numerous times we talk
It's a
about
fear
costumes,
attached to a specific
those videos
thing.
get
Are you scared of anything?
get described as we have opinions about the costumes.
Yep.
Storm is canonically claustrophobic. When she was young, and I think this was in like her early encounter with the Shadow King. She got caught in like a rock slide or something and almost died.
Large bodies of water where I cannot see the bottom. Ah, the
I
ocean.
mean, there's
She
Cthulhu in
is
them
fierce
oceans.
and mighty and worthy of respect. It is unnerving how we know more of our solar system than we do of the sea. It's true. I can never understand why the natural world is seen as mundane by the people who live within it. But being scared is different than having a phobia. Then what is this phobia of yours? It's a fear of small enclosed spaces.
Hey, there you go.
Phobias come from trauma. And if
Also,
we're
I
put in a
kinda want that
position where our
Spider-Man
phobia
floaty.
is present, it's
Spider
hard to
walk,
function.
spider walk.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I think is we don't have a pool.
Thankfully,
We do
we've
not.
been able to overcome it.
We have a
It
river.
took many
Yeah.
years of work and
Goodbye,
faith.
Spider-Man floaty. Go to freedom.
Pretty much.
By which we mean like Trenton and then eventually Philadelphia.
I cannot imagine the fortitude it took to overcome such a hardship. I was put in the position where it was my fear or the safety of my team. Sometimes being under extreme pressure works.
Under pressure.
Even still, it is a feat you should be proud of. I appreciate the sentiment.
See, I know
I
that
just thought you
the
should be
early
aware of my
90s
past
X-Men
phobia.
cartoon had
Thank
more
you
than
for
a
telling
few
me.
times where the
Just
villains
like
went,
the
aha,
American
she's
Captain
claustrophobic. We'll put her in a small space. And then they went, oh crap, we put her in a small space and now she's extra powerful and unpredictable. We have done goofed. And it almost always came back to bite her.
Giant-sized X-Men 1 is where you debuted, Storm.
That's also one of her favorite gifts, too.
I'll gladly accept this.
Look, it's me and several of my best friends. Also, a couple of jerks I don't like as much, and, oh, Thunderbird, he died. He's back now because Krakoan era is fucking weird, but...
Mm. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's go hunting for newts.
Newt. I'm a newt. She's a newt. He's a newt. We're all newts.
Oh wait, that's a penguin.
You and I are pretty similar. Correct. We are both humans with extraordinary abilities.
Are we, though?
I meant outside of our status as heroes. You and I are both leaders. I do not consider myself a leader. No need for modesty. You do a lot for the Midnight Suns. I don't need to tell you that being the head of a team means a lot of responsibility. Do you ever feel pressure to act or lead in a certain way?
I mean, she kind of gets the same speech from Captain America about twice a day, I think.
Mm.
I try to lead with my heart and do what is best for the Midnight Suns. I take their needs into consideration. Spoken like a true leader. I get the sense that you relate. Maybe. Despite what anyone says, I believe we're all just winging it and playing it off as confidence because we have to. It sounds like you were speaking from experience just now. I forget how perceptive you are. I've had to keep my emotions in check for a long time. Even
Read the
before
script.
joining the X-Men. It's been hard to unlearn. When you say you need to keep them in check, what does that mean?
It means I need to
I
not
need
cause
make sure
tornadoes
I'm
to
aware
happen.
of how I feel 100% of the time. I have tools to keep me grounded just in case. Do you have anything like that?
I pet Charlie.
Whenever I feel overwhelmed,
I have a
like to
fidget
meditate
spinner.
and center myself.
Whee!
I come out with a clear
Whee!
Oh, I just sent it into
Yes,
orbit.
that's
Oh.
a great
Again.
coping mechanism. I indulge as well. Sometimes it's hard finding a peaceful and quiet place to do so.
Meh.
Especially
Meh.
around the Abbey.
Stop poking my
You
butt.
need to invest in a pair of noise-canceling headphones.
Why are you sticking it out?
They're a real
I'm
game
not. I'm moving my feet.
changer. Staying in control is crucial for me. If I ever seem guarded around you, don't take it to heart. When you lose control, that affects your powers? Something like
That pose is a little bit
Let's
awkward.
just say that when I'm stable, so is the
She's
weather
leaning
and
so far
everything around
forward, it
me.
looks like she's stretching
I'll
her
save
back
the
out.
details for later.
Mm.
I am looking forward to it.
Stretching, stretching.
Well, there goes that kink. But now I may have to lay down for a few months.
Oh, sorry for one. Oh, God, that was good.
Just for fun.
Look at me. That jerk puts me in the back. If I was doing me a disservice, he did me a favour. He shot me back. I can dance again.
It's like that one episode of The Simpsons when Homer was trying to assassinate him, I think, and then who was it that managed to like knock out a kink in his back?
In Burns' back,
Yeah.
Mo did it. It was the bowling league episode.
Oh, right.
Unfortunate things happen to old people. Oh, Smithers, I don't think I'll be able to bowl because I'm not sure I can walk. Whack! Why, thank you, masked stranger!
If an experiment is dangerous, I get more interested.
Here's a weird question. Do you, consider yourself to be a goth?
I'm not German, no.
Is a goth.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
It's
Hey!
music and fashion subculture. Kind
But
of
we are
hard to
part
explain,
German.
but it's
Shit.
people who appreciate what others would see as dark or macabre.
Like people who enjoy horror novels and films and the sad, whiny music you and Magic listen to?
I feel
Oi.
out. Figured since your mom is the mother of demons and all, you might, identify with being goth too.
No. I wish to be my own person, separate from Mom.
I don't blame you. Not wanting to be like your parents.
Instead
is
of wearing
still a little
purple and
gaunt,
green,
though.
which weirdly works,
Or is it a
despite
little
not being on
like
the complementary scale
Oh, you
of
got
color
me there,
wheels.
Hunter.
But
I like
instead
the
I will
way I
wear
dress.
purple
I
and
feel
red.
Badass.
Yeah, that's better.
Ugh.
You
I'll wear
should.
purple and
Plus,
splanch.
I think I'm stuck.
What color is
Goth never
splanch?
dies.
Splanch colored.
Oh, it is splanch colored.
I'm
The
still
color is
saying,
splanch.
I'm still saying Splanch is nothing modern. It's Rand's covering your spleen or something.
It oozes green a little bit.
I will murder that joke somehow.
What, the Discworld joke?
The Splants thing.
Oh, okay.
It is an
What?
actual thing. It's actually a combination of split home and ranch in terms of housing.
Yep.
Peace.
I don't want to murder anything about Discworld. Discworld's awesome. Admit it did peter off towards the end, but that's understandable.
Mm.
Okay, I have apparently done all the
I'm
different
happy to
things
help.
there. It
Let's
takes a
see.
bit, but we do unlock some color variants.
Oh.
That looks better.
Well, I'm curious of the other ones.
Eh.
That's
It's
kind of
more-
generic.
It works, but it's bland.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I was about to say the Carnage look.
Mm.
I say that's more Deadpool when he got a symbiote of his own.
That's kind of badass.
It
It's kind of
works,
generic.
but still bland.
Mm.
Ew.
Ooh.
You look like a Kamen Rider character.
So which one do we like?
Toss up between the pink and red.
Mm.
So see, this is why I said hot pink works amazingly well with this
It
suit.
does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go with the pink one.
Pink.
And, and that is odd for me because I'm not a person who really likes pink.
There we go. I just had to make sure it stuck around.
Mm. Ooh. I kind of like the shirt we have on her now.
The shirt works with the horns.
One light and one dark.
You can make them both light.
Mm.
Wom. Wom.
Evildoers beware.
I have flaming scimitars. They're not scimitars. Shut up, you.
Evil beware. We have waffles.
I shall stab you. You don't stab a scimitar. Piss off.
Oh boy, we get to choose Captain America's bathing suit. Oh god, that looks like he's wearing his underwear.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Stupid
Play
idea,
on.
Wait, what?
stupid idea for a hero. Irate swordsman man. Keeps getting these details about his swords wrong. And everyone keeps correcting him. That's why he's so irate.
And the irritation gives him super strength.
Oh, the U.S. agent costume.
Yep.
It's nice, but it's not him.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, he was the first one to wear it. So at one point, Captain America and the U.S. government were on the outs, and the U.S. basically made him give up the Captain America identity. So for a while, he was just known as the Captain, and the costume he made was what became the U.S. agent costume. And John Walker was Captain America during that time. Eventually, Steve Rogers reclaimed the identity for reasons that escape me. He gave his old The Captain costume back to John Walker, and John Walker became U.S. agent.
I'm so happy that Deadpool the Kid showed up in the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, so am I. Like, when during that scene, like, we saw that, we're like, oh, it's him!
I'm surprised the mic didn't blow out at that moment. I am War Machine. Ugh.
Oh, the Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Norman Osborn.
That is not even a good correlation for the Iron Patriot.
And that's the reverse, basically. Just reverse the red and the gold.
Not terrible, but
I'm guessing the silver one's the prototype.
Nah. That looks like the War Machine.
Yeah.
That's a lighter War Machine.
Stealth armor. Oh, Silver Centurion. Kind of.
yeah, it's still a little more gold. Look at Michael Jackson.
His changes are not spectacularly different. You know?
His hero outfit is not good, and no matter what you do to it, is never going to be good.
I mean, there is always this.
I'm an 80s pop star!
I'm Dracula, bitch.
I have a bondage cape.
You can send him out onto the field in a suit and he'd look better. Okay, he look like Blade. It's still better.
Yeah, poor Morbius just didn't get much in the way of good costumes. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find better than this for her.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to top that.
And it's going to be kind of hard to top this look for Spidey.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of great costumes in the universe, but...
Yeah, and I don't know if we're going to be able to top any of hers. Especially with the classic look from the cartoon.
If only there was a way to make it matte colour as opposed to shiny.
Yeah.
They like their shiny in this one.
They really do. Excuse me.
Clearly it was designed by that damn crab in Moana.
It just was reminding me so much of Miranda from Mass Effect 2, and it's... Yeah, her suits do not look good to me because they're shiny!
Mm.
Ugh.
For some reason, they thought she needed green.
That's a choice.
Green don't suit her. Red doesn't suit her.
No.
Was she ever on X-Force? I don't think so.
I mean, the X teams kind of overlap so damn much.
No, remember the X-Forces with Peter.
Peter! Just go home, Sugar Bear! Just walk away!
How did it open up on you? If these were not single-use items, I would make them, but they're single use and they cost things that we upgrade everything else with.
Yeah.
There are some of them that are worth it, but it just most of them are kind of like, you know.
Just restarted XCOM enemy with unknown, and it's. I think there's some inspiration in Midnight Suns from there, and it's a case of why didn't you take it from the item system where it's a case of passive items better? Okay, I get it. Single-use items can be good.
They can be, but it's just, man, I've got so many other things I need to spend all those points on.
Yeah.
And considering we have a roster of quite a few heroes along with the DLC ones, meaning we got a lot of resources to spread thinly.
Yep.